Well, hello. I'm Stu. Welcome to my channel. If anyone is here or shows up later on, it's been a rough day. Um, we lost a friend. I think someone said it was back in September. Parky, Parkinson's picking Park Street, Park Place. He kind of changed a few times, but and today was the day that finally everybody had the memorial logo locks of his with the Puck Parkinson's and the Parky on the front. Um, Facilitated by Pocket Women. She led the charge, got this done, packaged it all up, sent it all out. Lady Locks helped distribute. So, um, hey Delbert, hello Marissa. I was just saying, it's a rough day for me. More than just missing a friend. Just a lot going on. So, feeling the loss and the pain, and just like loneliness of life. So, why not do it live? See who's around, hang out with whoever's going on, and pick some locks. Try to distract myself. Hope you're all doing well. And let me grab a lockpick. Using some Jimmy Longs. Mostly from the intermediate set, but might pop in with a Jim hook here and there. So, that's the one I picked up. That's the one I gotta try to pick. Get a little closer in here to the camera. So that's the low round, I think. I don't know if that's enough to get that back pin, but we're gonna find out. Thank you very much, Marissa. He was a very dear friend. And it's amazing how close we got in the short time we had. Yeah, I probably shouldn't start with this one. Alright, we'll come back to that. We'll go after a guard. So Parky was trying to pick brass locks A to Z, so this would be a G. At some point in my life, I want to have the A to Z, and I want to be able to pick them all for him. Oop. That's me bumping the camera, sorry. It'll happen again. Can't promise I'm going to be all that successful. My hands are really hurting. My elbow is not doing the best post-surgery. I'm old. And I'm not really that good a lockpicker, in all honesty. I'm okay. I was trying to pick right as I was saying that, I was trying to pick the turner, so I was kind of proving my own point. It's a learning game. Every point. But yeah, it's a day to think about a friend we're missing. Think about the friends that you still have here. Well, at least you got one lock. So there's one for you, Park. See if we can get a few more. Go after an easy one. Dean P, Kurt Miller, how y'all doing? Just picking some locks, man. Feeling the sharpness of loss and loneliness tonight. And I don't like to pick them that way. This is the best lock for learning. One of the best locks to start with. Nice little 4-pin pick. I'm not the best with round profiles. I slip off a lot, so definitely need to practice. I was like, I should have it right there. WK Sadu, how you doing? It's good to see you here. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Picking some brass locks for a fallen friend, Mr. Parky, who took up lockpicking to fight Parkinson's, which is crazy. You know, he took it head on. He went after it. He was like, "Oh, you're gonna take away my mobility?" He was like, "No, you're not." And he made a good fight. And getting into lockpicking and discovering locksport in this community, having friends and things to do for people, added a year to his life. He was at the point where he was going to check out, and then found locksport and bought him time, gave him a good thing. And so I'll always be thankful to all you in locksport for giving him that. And then I was feeling sorry about myself, my own physical limitations. And I come across this guy with Parkinson's that's picking locks. And, I was like, well, Jesus Christmas, if this guy can do it, if this guy not get it done, but if he can attack it, you know what I mean? If he can come after it, just head on like that, like, how can I do any less? It doesn't matter where I get, how good I am or not, but I won't stop trying. Um, and that's what I got from Parky. There's the Not Too Dead Still Kicking and Puck Parkinson's combo chip. A little collab from those guys. Go after a union here. Let me scroll back a little bit. Saw some more people. Positive Thinking, how you doing? Johnny Cage. Well, Johnny, there's two ways of tensioning. You have top of the keyway, which if you have this kind of bar, the short side's top, the long side's bottom. So there's a top of the keyway tensioning, and then there is a bottom of the keyway tensioning. And they're two different styles. Depends on the lock too. Sometimes you kind of have to go one way or the other, but I'm not very good with bottom of the keyway tensioning. I tend to do top. I do bottom when I'm raking. How do I unlock a woman's heart? There's 7 words. If you read the fantasy author Patrick Rothfuss, The King Killer Chronicles, then you can discover what those 7 words are. Yep. And sweet, we got that union. This is a nice lock. Man, I kind of have too many locks at this point. I should have kind of made a list. I think this was sent from Dots Locks. Pretty sure it was sent from somebody over in UK. It's one of those ones I gotta keep because it came from friends in the community and stuff like that. So, is there more going on? Yeah, I hit the. Oh yeah, King Killer Chronicle. Batshit. Are you into if you're into Rothfuss? Are you into Joe Abercrombie or Steven Erickson as well? Well, in Ian Esselmont if you're into Erickson. I'll get that in there a little closer if I can. Still going with, oh, that's the low flat. It's not truly a brass lock. It's kind of a brass colored, but you know, gotta do what I can do. Oh, Lou, I would love all your locks. Let me try a different pick. That's part of the fun of all the different pick companies and all the different pick profiles and all the different techniques and all the different kinds of locks. You kind of never run out of stuff to play with and try and want. All right, well, if that one's not popping, let's pick something else up. We'll go with an easy little trailer coupler toe smart lock. Should be pretty easy. If it isn't, then it's my fault, not the picks. These are wafers, I guess. Oh, there we go. I own your trailer now. Just kidding. Do not do illegal things with these skills. If you're dumb enough to do this illegally and you own lockpicks, that's premeditation. So don't do that. Bump key? Yeah, you know, I can kind of explain it, but I don't do it well. If you see Marissa Johnson there in the blue, her husband is Newhouse Lock and Key. You should go check out his channel. He does a live every Sunday and Tuesday and some other pop-ups, but he does some bump keys. He's a locksmith, so he's one of those guys that can kind of explain that. But basically, it's almost a variation of raking a lock. So when you're raking a lock, you're going to take something that's got multiple peaks, and you're going to, should be the other one. And you're going to, oh, that's not true. I should have kept that one. You're going to go back and forth against the pins until you pop all the pins into the shear line and get it to do that. So with a bump key, you've got something that's basically got a bunch of those rake top tips that goes into the lock, not quite all the way, and a lot of bumpers use like a ring there for bounce back and resistance. Guys that locksmiths that do it just kind of do it with their fingers, but you're basically taking the key and with something on this end, you're bouncing it in, and either your fingers or the rubber thing is bouncing it back out. So you're just doing a back and forth in a similar fashion as you'd be doing with a rake against the pins. It's just a different method of doing it. And again, a locksmith like Mr. Inferno is a lockpicker at Mr. Inferno, Newhouse Lock and Key, 603 Lock and Key, Matt's Lock, fuck, I forget his name, his YouTube handle. So there's a lot of locksport guys that can kind of explain when to bump and when to rake and things like that. That, it's just one of those things I still have to learn, but it's definitely interesting. Yeah, kinetic attack. What's up, Stealth? How you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, oh shit, I actually have. These are the little rubber things that you use to put at the base for a bump bounce that I got from Isamu. I won from Isamu, and I do have a stack of bump keys. I haven't gotten to use them yet very much. It's just a lot of things to get into in locksport. So all right, let's go back to picking something. This is the easiest Elzit. It's just a quick little easy. But I love these locks. I like Elzits. It's a Hungarian company. Doesn't exist anymore, I guess. I don't think anyone bought them out. I think they just don't exist. But I really enjoy their locks. Even if these easy ones. Excuse me, I'm burping. This is an Elzit. Look how beautiful that is. That is just such a gorgeous lock. And DP Locksport, such an amazing man, actually made a challenge lock for me. DP Locksport, that is keyed the same, so the same key works on both these locks. So you just gotta love that guy. Put that kind of effort into something like that. So rebound rings. Thank you, Peter. That's yeah, well, fancy castration rings. Those are both applicable. But I like that, rebound rings. Yeah. That's the perfect freaking description. I don't know. Am I allowed to swear? I think it's like 7 minutes in or something like that. I can start swearing. Well, Jacob, man, thanks for coming by, dude. I do this, well, there's usually no rhyme or reason, but definitely Saturday nights, I'll be doing some stuff during the week, in the day. Got some ideas for that. And trying to get some interesting people on with me. Do a few, oh shit. This is a US set. I don't know who made it. It's a, a laminated lock made for military at some point. It's got I think all spool pins. God damn it. But I do, it's again another lock. I like locks with just like shape and curves. Just makes you feel like it was like back when they cared about how shit looked when they made it and subscribed it and things like that. Oh, I appreciate that, Jacob. And there's a number of other Dean P, Marissa. Let me roll back. Stealth Rogue Lock Sport. Rock out with your lockout if he's around. There's more lock pickers and lock sport community people, so definitely a lot of people worth following and learning from and trying to have a good time. Dean, I love it. I mean, we were discussing on Sunday Morning Live whether a lock or a knife could be sexy, and this is a sexy little lock, You just kind of got to call it how it is. Likes to give me trouble, though. I don't think I got enough hook going on for that. Feels like my options are not enough hook and too much hook. Okay, we'll try too much hook. I feel like I didn't set something deep enough or all the way. Or I'm oversetting. I don't know. Let's try it again. This should be it. Oh, it isn't. I missed something. Now it's all screwed up. Oh, fuck it. Like, you guys hear my cat in the background? Oh. Try that one again. That's actually kind of annoying me. There's my cat. She's got shit to say. Very opinionated. Oh, alright, so this one's gonna give me some shit tonight. We'll come back to it. I'm just gonna roll and keep rolling. No, that's my I got 4 cats. That's Mama Socks. And she likes to keep to herself unless she decides to come up to you. If one of the other cats comes up near me, I will definitely grab them and snag them because they're all lovey-dovey little buddies. All right, let's see if we can get this 575. I haven't picked this in a while, actually. Probably means I won't be able to pick it, which will probably piss me off, cascading me into an episode of depression or furthering the one I'm in. We can't have that, guys. We just can't have that. A master lock is not allowed to plunge us into depression. I'll take that from an Avis. Maybe, I mean, definitely like a Ruco. You know, Ruco is allowed to mess me up. They're designed to mess me up. Medico? Yeah, sure. Medico. I expect it. But a master lock? Come on. There we go. I'm telling you, it's not allowed to win. Master locks are not allowed to win. Ever. You're a lock picker, you sign like to be a lock picker. In fact, I don't know if you guys know, when you order lock picks, you have to sign a thing that says fuck master lock. So, and it's part of the process. That company single-handedly ruined fucking locks and security across the world. That's how shitty their product is. Donde Robasti. I don't speak anything other than English, but I'll try. Did I say something bad? Did you trick me? Did y'all trick me? Man, I don't know. I barely speak English. That's just how I do. Master locks do suck. Yeah, they really do suck. I mean, they have a few locks that are all right. Might even have a few that are too hard for me. I have not put my hands on them yet, but I'll give them their due when it is due. But most sold piece of shit in the world, it's embarrassing. Oh, sorry, I was picking. Yeah, I've got a. You're right on a 570, man. Got one here. Try to pick this. The 570 is a tighter little keyway than a couple of their other things, so that gives you a little stuff. Definitely has some spools in there. So it frustrated me for a long time when I got it. And again, it's another one. If I haven't picked it in a while and I pick it up, I might not get it open and get kind of frustrated, and then have to come back to it and kind of dial back in. Yeah, and I'm an overset king. I overset everything, Peter. So I feel you. Even locks and pins you're not supposed to be overset. Somehow I can do it. I'm skilled. This should be an easy lock. But let me go with a deeper hook. Rock that. I think Jimmy calls it a medium, but compared to other people's hooks, it's pretty much a deep hook. And then his deep hook is basically, it's like drilling for oil. Jimmy Long's is a great pick company. You guys go check them out if you want to get some picks. Another great company, Southern Specialties, lockpicktools.com at Southern Specialties. If you use the code PICKME, you get 10% off. Not setting something. Oh, there it goes. Maybe that was it. I'm going too hard with my tension, so that's the number one thing. Once my hands are hurting and I'm having a hard time, the tension starts going first. Tension before the feedback on the hand. Oh, I believe it, Peter. Yeah, like, well, again, man, like the master lock company is so big, and they have so many companies and factories putting out this crap, and same thing with like even Brinks, man. When I first got like my Brinks 40 millimeters, this wasn't one of them, but I got them like two in a package, key to like, and if you held the locks together, one was a little taller. The angle of the beveling on the edge was different. There was like, it was just so many. It was like, how do you put them in the same package and they're so different? It's like, dude, those big companies don't give an absolute shit. And then I don't know if it's a bummer, but like, because ASA bought Abloy and they bought Medico and they're buying everybody up. I hope that doesn't mean they turned all of those locks into shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my rant. Let's go with an LL. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember Laverne and Shirley, the show, TV show. I grew up with it, and Laverne had the L on all of her shirts, and it just makes me think of that. And then, of course, Lady Locks, since the only logo lock I actually have is this one. Never gotten a logo lock from anyone else. So I to me, that was my first one. That was my Lady Locks logo lock. I cheated and got one somehow. And this is actually a lock sent by Jack Fox, who sent it with a bunch of locks to help supply efforts for my group, Made Locksport, which is a group and a channel now, designed to like help veterans that are into lockpicking and have channels and are lock sporters, and bring new vets into it, because this is a hobby and a community that's really helpful for dealing with PTSD and depression and anxiety. And ask me how I know. I'm not a vet, but I do deal with all that crap. That's what I'm doing here right now. That's why I'm here tonight. At this moment is I needed like a therapy session. I needed some friends. I needed company. I needed something to do. I needed purpose. I needed to just reach out to people in my community to hang out with, without having to send 10 messages. Hey, you up? Hey, you up? Hey, you up? Just whatever. Jump on a live, pick some locks, and whoever's around might pop in. Yin Yet, what's up? There's another lock picker. There you go. Oh, yes. Yep. When Fonzie, that was like the first crossover I ever saw, was Laverne and Shirley in Happy Days. Yeah. That was crazy. She drank Pepsi with milk. Which is disgusting, but oh, I thought that was going to be an open. Is this spools? I don't know what this is. Yeah, for the Parky lock, yeah, man, we're everyone's going today to jump on that. This is, man, mine has like the highest, like, kind of nasty high bidding, and it's not the easiest to pick for me, especially. I've not had luck with it. I got one great pick actually on camera and put a short up for that, but it is just a little hard for me, and I don't think it's going to be easy now. So let's see if I can rig it. I know I over tensioned this thing. When I picked it, it definitely took a lighter tension than I'm normally available to distribute with. Oh, God. Oh, that may be why. That's the lower peaked one. This is the higher peaked cycloid, a little farther apart on the peaks from the intermediate set in the Jimmy Longs. All right, well, apparently we're not getting this open yet. Let's take one quick attempt at picking it, I guess. Actually, when I picked it in a way I don't actually pick locks. I went bottom of the keyway. Oop. Just a big thumb in your face. Hey, welcome to My Thumb Live. Sorry. I start focusing on the lock. I stop paying attention to the screen. Uh-oh. Drop some. Ugh. All right, well, I'm going to try that again. You're not LPL. Put the lock down, little bro. Hey, B-Bank. Bite my taint. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not LPL. I'll never be LPL. What the hell's that got to do with the price of tea in your mom's ass? Huh? Yeah, you were rude first, B-Bank. You get what you give. You want to be nice? I'll be nice. Try again. This should be the goddamn pin. Come on. That wasn't it. All right, here we go. There we go. There's another one. We're getting some locks open. What's too far? You went over the line. You decided going over the line was the game. And then you didn't like when I played the game with you. So don't poke a bear is what you found out. You want to stick around? Be nice. Oh, good try. Wow. Really? Oh, well, bye-bye, B. You messed with the wrong moderator. Sheriff Marmar. She don't play. And if she says you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, Dean, that's the number one. Like it's just one of those things people have in their pocket, like the phone it in trollers. Is it's either you're not McNally or you're not LPL. Like, yeah, I don't care. Which, if you're gonna tell me which one I'm not, tell me I'm not McNally. That's the one I'm clearly trying to copy. Like, I don't do remotely anything LPL does. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the lawyer would have been done by now. Yeah, I've been on a live with him. He's a good guy. I've the his company. I've been in contact with them. They're nice people. It's funny that you think that all the components of Locksport are separate. Oh, from Germany. How you doing? Hey, if you're out there in Germany and you want to get some lock picks, then you go with Multipick. It's the first company that jumped in to support made Locksport for vets. They make wonderful picks. They got just a lot of different stuff. It's a really huge company. They got a lot of stuff. But Germany, you go with Multipick, or Europe, it's a good company. Love those guys. They do a lot for us. All right, try something else. Yeah, well, yes and no, Hanan. You don't want to do it wildly, but I mean, I get what you're saying. You're kind of pushing and pulling instead of pushing from down, and there's variations of doing that. Um, I'm not the best to tell you how to attack a pin. I'm really just managed to get into locks at this point. Um, as we found out, I'm no LPL, guys, which is all right. I don't want to be an LPL. A little bit of a false hit. Something on one. And it's an open. All right. I'm moving through a few. Oh, did I miss some? Okay, Hanan. Yeah, no, they're definitely good, man. And then UK Lockpickers, I think, is an organization over there, if I have that right. If you want to get in touch with some lockpickers in just over on that side. Medred, how you doing? Don't know what you said. Ivan, what's up? I'm not an Aussie. How you going, mate? I love Aussies though. Yeah, well, Peter, I was gonna say, then you have kind of like everyone who kind of came up, especially a couple years ago, as before this kind of even got to the stage it was, you had LPL, you had McNally, you had Bosnian Bill, and you had Locknoob, and there was kind of four styles, within those guys. Um, and then until like more people like D-Mac and Lady Locks and Sandman and things like that started to kind of develop them based off those four styles, their own styles, and it kind of started opening up like what you had to like look at and kind of base yourself off of. So by the time I got into lock sport, I mean I joke about being a McNally wannabe, but I found really oh shit, lock picking Paul, lock chuck were two that showed me how many things there were to learn and how much creativity and creation and making was involved in this hobby. So like there's just so much like once you kind of dip your toes in it. This lock is pissing me off. All right, I'm down to. I did open that one. 6, 7, 7 of the ones, 8 of the ones. Oh yeah, I suck at getting this arrow open. That probably won't happen tonight. I need to take a swig. Oh yeah, I wish Bosnian Bill would make a comeback too. He was the first one I found after, actually, before I didn't even find McNally yet. I found LPL, Bosnian Bill, McNally, then Noob. And, dig them all. Like I said, they all have different flavors, different styles, different approaches, and they all, showed different stuff. And I just appreciated it. All right, I'm just going to I'll try to rake a few things. And that's why we rake it. To get that open. It's really all it is about. For me. Shackle and Cuff Club, we say open is open, off is off. And that doesn't even fit. Oh, hold on. Maybe, maybe not. I'll go back to trying to pick it. Is there a different pick for each mechanism? Well, yeah, definitely when it comes to, so you have, pin tumbler locks, which is kind of your common lock, which is a pin that, on a spring that goes up and down and based on the key sliding across the top of the pins pushes everything down to the way it goes. You also have disc detainers where everything spins based on the cuts of the key when you put it in and turn it. You have dimple locks where it's like a sideways thing with little dimples, little BBs basically, and they can be on one or two sides. Oh, sorry, I just knocked something off my table. And I think it was a Turner, and I'm gonna be mad if I lose it. Anyway, and then there's lever locks or lever locks. Lever, that's how they say it overseas. So there's a lot of different kinds, and everything has different tools. But even just within pin tumblers, man, I got 100 different, pick profiles from all the different companies and stuff. So there's a lot. How much do I hire for a bank job? Oh, I don't hire out. I'll do it for fun if it's a good idea. No, I'm just kidding. I have not gotten into safe cracking or decoding. That's another side of this. That's really, just so much to do. Did Newhouse show up? Oh, well, thank you, Newhouse. And unless that was some sort of insult, I don't know. But if it was, then kudos. Good job. Scored a point. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I could sleep right now. I don't know how I keep setting pins over and over. I think it must be spools. Set the bottom. And, oh, God damn it. It is nice to know when you sometimes, like immediately when you screwed it up. So I don't have to waste another 3 minutes before I figure out, oh, I screwed it up. All right, see, I'm in a false set. what I'm about to do is overset something and screw it up again. Bolt cutters? Yeah. I mean, if you're just going to go hardcore on it, dude, grab an angle grinder. You know what I mean? When I've had to remove them just hard and fast, it's an angle grinder. So, oh, I stay determined. I put up my fails. You see my fails on my channel. You see my frustrations. Yeah, if I have a 2-second open, I don't try to tell you that's what I do every time. It's just what I did that time. And next time might be, oh, thankfully. Next time might be like, what was that, 12 minutes? That thing was freaking forever. All right, I'm down to locks that give me trouble just because I'm screwing up my tension. This is Master Lock 140 brass. This was pulled off a fence. It was covered in cement, encrusted in ice on a temporary fence around a demolition site. So I rescued it. I'm doing God's work. Oh yeah, handcuffs. Oh wow, it's probably pretty strange that I didn't even bring those out yet, huh, Yin yet? Comb pick? Yeah. Oh, I do have a comb for this actually. All right. Hold on, Dean. Where is my comb? Shackleman Cuff Club, sub 20 membership. I do have a comb. All right, Dean. This is a comb. What this does, if it does it, operates like a key. Because, so, anyone watching here, so the pins operate like this. All right. So your key pushes this pin out. That's the shear line. Or no, we'll say that's the shear line. So when this gets to the right thing, it can move. What the comb does is it actually takes all the bottom picks and just jams those the fuck up all past it, and everything gets pushed past the shear line. So it moves. And that is a cute little mini comb from Southern Specialties right there. That works really nicely on 140s and 141s because they are perfectly aligned with those 4 pins. I wish I had something that the 5-pin worked on so I could show you that right now too, but whatever. Good call, Dean. Thank you for that little distraction. I know they are adorable. Okay, Marissa, do you want to see adorable? Oh, all right. Hold on. I don't know. Newhouse might have some of these, but absolutely, to me, the most adorable picks I have are these little mini Bogotas. They're just, oh, they're so cute. Sorry. As soon as you said adorable, I was like, wait, no, I have some. And this is the wallet case from Southern Specialties. I keep all my cards and money and stuff in these pockets here. On the inside, I have cards full of shims, handcuff stuff, my stubby stew set, ripple handled, and some other handcuff tools in there, an assortment of that stuff, and a bunch of Bogatas and turners. So that's my, no matter what, that's always in my pocket. And yeah, and I got stopped by a cop 2 weeks ago, and he remarked on that. We had a little joke after he threatened to shoot me. That part wasn't fun. The part when he said we might not have to take you to jail, when he pointed at that, I was like, okay, we're past the I almost got shot part. Sweet. All right, let me pick some more locks. We'll go back after the US set. See that? US set. Nice little. It's where they have the thing that usually has the chain attached to a thing. Kind of how they do them. All right. Try to get in here. Nice false set. Back into it after that spool got set. And then I screwed it up. All right, hold on. Oh, all right. So I was ping-ponging back and forth between spools. So this ain't the key, but I'll just kind of show you. So I was setting the spool there, which would make me drop the spool there. And then I would set the spool there, which would make me drop the spool there. And then I would go, well, maybe something else over here is screwed up. And then I'd go back into there and fuck that up. And then I'd have to start it back over. So I had to get one of these. I wasn't setting one of these two right. So when I finally did, the other one opened the lock. And that's why that lock frustrates me, is I can set it wrong and it feels right. So, all right, this one's got some frustrating spools in it. This might defeat me. What two locks would I never open, Anthony? I bet I could open them. Why what? Why? Heaven on earth? Why? What are you whying me about? My wife's logic and my mother's. Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, no, totally. Just give me time with them. I am a lifelong amateur sociologist. I love people. Trust me, if I can understand my wife, because I picked a hard one. God, dude, I'm not getting anything. All right, I need a deep hook or a deeper hook. That's what I need to jump on here. Ooh, all right, a little bit of a movement on the core. So now I'm going to jiggle test some pins. Marissa, it's just the tolerances of the lock and the way they are. Like uh, as far as I can tell, every Brinks you should just go start in the back. Um, Half your master locks, or you might as well just start in the back with the master lock as much as the front. It's just Yeah, it's just a find and feel method. You start from one side or the other, and then you're looking for binders. You're looking for your first binder, and if you can't find it once you go to the back to the front, then you're gonna go back to the back, or so yeah, and then you'll start to find a little bit of patterns with some of the locks, like I said about Brinks. I always seem to have to finish up opening a Brinks on the last lock, or the front pin. All right, we'll try to get this challenge lock, which it's keyed the same to this lock, but it's got like securities pins and stuff in there, which is going to change the pick a lot. It becomes a different beast. Definitely need something with a little more hook to it, but I don't know if this is too much hook. Because I have, if you look at the keyway, so the pins kind of are like right there. So you can't, it's not quite paracentric, but it's close. So I kind of got, instead of going straight down, I got to swoop around a little bit on my pins. And then when you get into the back, it starts getting a lot tighter with your movement, which is why like European cylinders can be a little frustrating for people like me. So I don't know if I dropped pins or missed setting one. Ah, there we go. It's always that effing front pin. Seriously, like most of my problems are pin one. Uh-oh. I just locked that up. Hold on. Break this thing. I'll be pissed. Ah, there we go. All right. So the bottom of that part of the keyway is open. So when this rolled all the way around, the pins that got pushed down to allow the shear line to move pop up a little bit and get stuck. So on some locks, if you spin it all the way around, you'll completely ruin your fucking lock. So it's good to know these things. I don't know them. Yeah, Peter, man, like my picking style, there's no sense, there's no rhyme or reason. I never have, well, I've started to do it a little bit, but I've never been, one, I don't pick off warding, or I don't pick off the bottom, or I don't pick off the turner. So this style doesn't really work for me. I overset everything if I try to pick from the bottom. I can't. I have no finesse or fine control this way, and so I am trying to kind of learn it. Because a lock in, I'd go do for people we know. I go, if anyone's locked out of something, I go help them out, and most of your locks over here are up this way, so I do have to get better at that. But I was never good at that, especially early on. So I always just was picking down and then never picking off warding or never picking off of, just I'm kind of free floating. And then I had to learn to watching left hand Loki. I mean, he's a beast of a picker, but I watched, just studied and studied and studied the way he uses this finger to gain all of his leverage and stuff. So instead of picking off warding or picking off the bottom, I get everything off of the finger and then just off of, you know, however I'm holding the pick, getting my leverage and stuff that way, which is why I'm so heavy handed with my picks. Um, yeah, sorry. Yeah, yin yet. And that's the funny thing is like I started out, I was like somehow I was picking Euro style. Like I don't know, just whatever. Yeah, and it does come down like whether it's the pick or the way you pick or whatever feels comfortable for you is the best thing to do. And then if you want to worry about it later on, you can always learn the other way. I've spent time learning to pick, up. Um yeah, me too. Marissa, that's pretty common for early pickers. Most pickers seem to learn to lighten up as they go. I did not learn that. I'm still battling that. Like this lock takes a light tension. This lock takes a light tension. That's why they're still left here. I'm sure. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this one. I've gotten it open, but it's annoying. Dean, actually, man, like I use kind of a heavier tension than most people use on an 1100s, but it does help you out of pure torture. It makes you learn light tension. My voice pisses you off? Good. Oh, does it? Don't you like this? Oh. Then leave, you dumb shit. Oh, you wanna bet? So now you're gone. Yeah, I mean, I generally don't really care, man. Trolls and haters and stuff show up, but um, just pop up in my face and be a dick. Then I'll be a dick back. Not what I'm here for. It's not my life goal, but sometimes you gotta react. Can't always be a doormat. I'm not gonna be a doormat anymore. Stupid ass lock. Oh, it's just not working for me. Yeah, well, Peter, the problem with so you're battling two forces. You're battling your tension. Let me do it on something that I can maybe demonstrate it on. Where's that little easy SLs? There we go. All right. So you're battling two forces. You're battling how much tension you put on, which is putting, in your core, and you're battling how much tension you're using to push your pin. So when you have serrations and spools, and I'm sure in a different degree with gins and things like that, the more tension you have, the harder you have to affect the pin to move through that click, 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 click. But the harder tension you're putting on, the more likely you're to push too far. So it's learning a balance between those two. And that's where I'm at, trying to, with the 1100s, 5200s, 7240s, things like that. So that's where and so if you get a better control on this, you can go ahead and get a little heavier there, on the things that you're supposed to be light tension on. So that's really what that comes down to. Yeah. Yeah, and I would never and I'll never be the guy that says lockpicking was wrong about something. No, he knows his shit, man. Like he helped spawn this whole hobby and stuff. So he definitely, and like I said, he's a good guy, man. He's a nice cat. Got to hang out with him once on a live. He's really, really nice. He busted out some handcuffs. Um, oh well, yeah. So I'm also a handcuff escape channel. That's what the Shackleman Cuff Club is, founded by me and Not Too Dead. Parky, which is who I'm kind of thinking about tonight. Designed the logo, came up with the name, and kind of helped us, spurred us into doing it. So what would be faster? Bolt cutters aren't faster. I've used them. I was a handyman, a subcontractor. I've done a lot of entries when keys were lost and things like that. And yeah, well, no, the violent entries are fast, but they're destructive, and that's the way thieves and criminals use. You don't spend 7 months learning to pick a lock so you can get into someone's shed. Like, that's just not feasible. Add premeditation to your crime. That sounds stupid. All right. Even if I start out with locks, it's kind of got to come down to handcuffs. Now let's see if we can rake it with handcuffs. Couldn't rake it without the handcuffs. You know what though? Where is? Hold on. Looking for a rake. Alright, well, I can't find it. Shit, where is... we'll go with this one. There we go. Alright, speaking of multi-pick, let's rock a multi-pick rake, see if we can get in here with this. Maybe not. I don't think I'm getting that last pin enough. It's not setting. Oh, wait. Ugh. Just can't get it. Oop. And then I don't have a tensioner anymore, so that's a sign. Let's go back. Hold on. Actually, what I have to do is practice picking. Where's my 1100? Oh, right there. I have to practice picking some locks for a handcuff escape with 5 locks, so why don't I go ahead and do that? And they get harder in order of progression. And I'm going to do them behind my back when I do it, but let's just get a little practice while cuffed. Because it's a different beast. Uh-oh. See? See? Does my voice piss you off? Well, now I'll adopt a more masculine southern style voice to prove my dominance in the culture. Why? What am I missing? This is the easiest goddamn lock in the world. Let me do it this way. Do it the easy way. Ah, there we go. Let's do that again. I gotta zip this stupid thing. There we go. Again. All right. So we are practicing for an escape. We're gonna go 5 pairs of handcuffs. I got 5 locks I gotta pick. We're doing it all behind the back. Why is it turned to have a yellow piece of tape? What has yellow tape on the bottom? I don't know. I'm confused by the question, Peter. What, did I have a lock that had tape on it? Now you got me thrown off, dude. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I don't know why. Oh my God, this is disgusting. Not picking this. Oh, there we go. My tension's just off tonight. Oh. Did it look something like that? I don't think I have a yellow one. If it was those or anything like that, Southern Specialties on their Longhorn tension turners have little color coding things for the different thicknesses. I don't think I have a yellow one though. That's what threw me off. Well, no, a lot of things throw me off. All right, on the lock 3, wrong tensioner. Little Chateau 44 millimeter, 6 pin. Not super hard, but I can kind of overset and screw it up pretty easy. Sorry, I have elbow surgery and it's not, swelling is not gone. So I gotta keep readjusting what my elbow is resting on. All right, we got 3 of them. Let's go for the 4th. We're up to the 7240 from Avis, Greenbelt level lock. Personally, I think's a little easier than the 1100, but there's a bit of a debate on that within Locksport. The thing about this is I know if I'm moving along, I got it wrong. It's one of the few locks I actually feel like a lot of feedback on, especially with my crunchy and heavy-handed style. It takes a lot of feedback out. Oop. There we go. There's 4 of them. We're down to the milestone lock. Greenbelt 1100. Now, I don't normally pick like that. Normally, I pick something along like that, so that's why this is a lot harder. See, these take focus. I can't be mildly entertaining and pick at the same time. You guys gotta have to pick one or the other. I just heard shit drop. Oof. Alright, hold on. I need to hydrate. Oop. Well, they're not lockout tagouts, but they're similar lock. Although this one was, that's a lockout tagout. And then I have you have like a full-on Lodo right there. Which does give me frustrations. It's a hard master lock for me. Especially that one, the way the bidding is. Not all of them, Dean. There's some metal ones. All right, let's go another round on. Let me adjust my armrest. Let's try the 1100 again. Cuffed up. Oh, you know what's stupid? Is, I mean, it shouldn't matter too much, but I was picking it. I was trying to pick it, thinking it was a different bidding. Which is why I don't pay a super bunch of attention to that, because it tends to screw me up more than anything. Oof, I'm not getting my angle right. I'm not getting any. Whoa, and there we go. And that is the 5 locks that I have to pick while I'm handcuffed. I gotta do it behind my back, but so now I'm left to get out of the handcuffs. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna pick them. As simple as that. Ooh, there we go. finest ones. So a little tighter on the keyway. The powder coating actually resists pick penetration a little bit. Yep. Oh, I'm very heavy-handed. Peter, the Genesis set's good. If you like the Genesis set, Peter, then I really do recommend you get the Reaper set. The Genesis is great for a beginner. The Reaper is great for moving from into intermediate and starting to move on past. It gives you some really good pick profiles to add to the Genesis. So yeah, if you like them, definitely that's the next set to go with. Yeah, Dean, that would be my specialty, definitely. So we'll go ahead and do another one. We'll add a few more cups. I've got, these are the 750C from Peerless. Very commonly used handcuff in law enforcement across America and the world. And then we'll go ahead and add 3 pairs of Chicago 1100s. Just because it's nice and colorful. Alright, you put all your cuffs on one wrist. Get everything open and positioned for the other side. Like so. And then for me, I like to pinch them between my knees. It's the easiest way to put these on. What I should have done is grabbed the pick I wanted, because it's in the pile somewhere around here. Ah, shit. Might be under here. No, it's not there. Hold on. I mean, I can get out with something else, but I was trying to go for a quicker run. Oh, there we go. All right. So I got my Covert Instruments tubular pick, a little bit modified on the tip. We're going to run 6 pairs of cuffs. I'm going to start out with 3 pairs of the Chicago, which is a vertical keyway. And then we're going to move on to the Peerless, where the orange are the tight ones, which are a horizontal keyway. Now, the further I go down, I gotta lean down, and the more cuffs are stacked up, it gets harder. So instead of trying to pick it like I would pick something, you notice I've got kind of a modified handhold that allows me to deal with reaching down and getting to cuffs. I can do that. I've done it with 12 pairs of cuffs. It gets pretty hard, but that method definitely works. All right. I tend to be a little heavy-handed with the left hand, so it looks like I'm fighting it and doing it harder, because I am. I have a little less finesse with that left hand, so I definitely have to put a little more practice onto that side, but I'm still feeling good about the rate of escape that I got going on. Ooh, Matt. Matt, what's up? Matt's Lock Shop. That's a locksmith and a lockpicker and a newly found escape artist. So you guys got questions? He's another guy you can ask. Yeah, I gotta get some auto locks, man. Those look fun. I definitely want to start trying that. And then I got one lock. What, a Ruco? Where is it? I got a Ruco 500 with barrels that I have not been able to get in yet. Mainly because that low and deep, combo right here. That seems to be screwing me up. Because I've not been able to get that right. But it's a fun lock. It's a great lock. Which pick was that? Which pick? I don't know. Which one was that? Did I have? This? That was a tubular pick from Covert Instruments. Modified the tip. We lessened it a little bit that way, thinned it up at the tip, and chamfered the edge a little. So just to get a little bit better penetration into the cuff keyways. So, well, since you guys are here, let's add 3 more, go 9 pairs, right? Might as well do a 9-pair escape. Now, I do have to remember to not put them on too tight so I can slide them up the wrist and be able to fit them all on. And let's mix them up. So we got keyholes going in different ways. I'm gonna grab some cuffs. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. Let's get them all open. And ordered. Alright. So I'm going to get them in place. Stick them between my knees. And well, I got 9 pairs of cuffs on. So, hold on. I need to hydrate. No, this is a no Diddy zone, dude. There's no lube. You don't see no lube. Don't be calling Diddy. I'm running solo in here. That ain't no Diddy talk. Mech, I have no idea what you're saying, man. Oh, Timothy was a bunghole? Yeah, Timothy, don't be a bunghole. What's wrong with you? Hi, Kate. Owen, what's going on? No. Man, Owen, the Diddy thing is just such a lazy, Oh my goodness. Abigail, did you see that on the cuff? Or did you just say that? Because one of those pairs of cuffs has it on there. It says no cuff too tough. Let's find it. All right, hold on. I even forget which pair it is. All right, so let's look at my engravings on my cuffs. Oh, we have to release one side fully to be able to get in there and see what's engraved. So let's do that. Slipped off the pawl. But that's important about doing that a bunch, is you eventually know exactly what it feels like when you screw it up. That's why you gotta screw up a bunch of times and struggle. Ooh. Like that, see that? Alright, so here's a tip. If you're doing a bunch of cuffs and you have a hard time getting over, I can move these cuffs up the wrist and reduce the distance I gotta crank my hand down. You still have to, oh, that's right, this is the tight, that's the tight pair. It's the other problem. If you'll notice, look how far down I'm going on that. Just to get it in, push it in, and once I have it in place, I'm grabbing it like that now to get it out, because my hands are just running out of steam. And so, but I still have a desperation in my mind to get these cuffs off me. So, Marissa, have a great night. Thank you very much. Love you very much. You know that. You know, you're special in all our hearts, and we don't blame you for Tyler. Just understand that. Like, he's his own beast. It's on him. We know you try. But, you know. So, all right, where's my... Oh, we'll just take them off and look at them one at a time. See, I'm going heavy-handed there, but I'm in the right spot so I can make it happen. So this is the Great Studini. That's that cuff. I am the Great Studini, in case you guys didn't realize. I'm also C. Stu-Do. That's right. Co-founder of the Shackleman Cuff Club. Welcome. All right, let's get this pair off. Ooh, this is Mrs. Stu approved. Studini was here. Oh, here we go. And we found it. No cuff, too tough. That's what's up, Abigail. There you go. This one, which is our Shackleman Cuff Club logo engraved on the cuffs. Ooh, I'm starting to open up that keyway a little bit on that orange pair. And then that's Made Locksport. That's my Locksport group for vets. Down to this nice little red pair. This is property of Mrs. Stu. Ladies, I'm taking. I'll get that last pair off. Let's see what's on these. I feel like, oh, it's just the Great Studini pair. Well, there we go. Could I do hinge cuffs and double lock cuffs? Well, hold on a moment. Delta Bravo something or other. So hinge cuffs. Peerless and Chicago. What hinge cuffs do, first and foremost, now we're doing all holes up because that's how you train and learn, and then you start working on switching around holes, and we'll explain why that matters, because these cuffs are why it matters. So, got your hinge cuffs. This top pair is the ones that all my local police departments use. Where'd my pick go? Oh, there it is. All right. So, your mechanisms are going to be the same as the non-hinged, but your wrists are tighter. You can't twist this way as much, and it really restricts how much room you have to maneuver and get a pick, especially when you have a pair on there and it's restricting you while you're doing other pairs of cuffs. So it definitely ups the game and makes it harder. Now, where hinged cuffs or rigid cuffs really come into play is when they are holes up like that, because it's really hard to reach around to get to the keyway. And that matters the most when you're talking about double locks. So if this isn't double locked, I don't have to pick it. I can shim it. Let me show you that real quick. Where is a shim? Oh, I had one. Oh, there it is. All right. So and that's why in handcuff things, you'll see a lot of people like, it's not double locked. Yeah, I know, we're practicing the not double lock stuff. So if it's not double locked, I can reach it no matter what, even though it's hinged. It doesn't matter. I can get in there. I don't know why that's not working right. Oh, because that's bent. All right, that works like that. But trying to get around to that keyway, I got to have special tools and really do some work. And that one takes a lot. Now, I will show you a double lock on just basic escaping. We will take these. Oh, yeah. All right. That way you can see that's where the double lock is. Take a tool. This is a key tool. Makes it a lot easier to do your key or do your double lock. With the key, you gotta like lean over and do that. It sucks. So I really prefer this. So when your double lock's pushed in, you don't see the pin. When it's not pushed in, you see the pin. So these are double locked. All right. Now, the nice thing about Peerless is oh, I'm going the wrong way. I can get in there pretty good. And then now that double lock is already off. Hear that click? Verifies it's off. And then I know it's off because I got it off. So I'm going to go over here. What you're doing is you're getting to the bottom of the keyway right about that 7 o'clock position. Oop, I slipped it. I'm looking at the camera, not the cuff. And there we go. Now you can see it. Now you can hear it. Now I slipped off it. And now you're free. And that's how you run with that. Yeah, in the back, it is, well, it is, but it isn't. There's definitely the base portion of it, but you're coming at it from different angles and different directions. Even though cuffed here and cuffed behind your back, it ends up behind your back, it ends up pushing more just by your elbows get pushed more together. And it every degree your elbows are pushed together, it alters the degrees that you can manipulate your tension turner or your whatever, whatever you're doing, picking locks or handcuffs like that. So you do definitely have to practice it that way. Most of your yeah, this is what we tell people to do is to have, like a lanyard with keys on you or within reach. Most of your modern swing through cuffs all work off the universal key. Now, thumb cuffs, you actually have to shave the top part of the key down a little bit for it to work on thumb cuffs. But when you do that, it will still work on most of your regular cuffs as well. So you can kind of modify your key to work on your thumbs and still work on all your wrist cuffs. Yeah, the second lock, that's what we were just talking about, is the second lock. The double lock is, no, I don't know where that tool went. So double lock is there. You double lock it. What you do with a double lock is you pick it. Oh, shit, and I'm not picking. And then when you start hearing and feeling yourself just slipping off the pawl or the double lock, you start getting frustrated. That wasn't it. I just goddamn did this. All right, well, I'll use a different tool. So I'm going to come in with a bent hook, and I'm going to kind of swoop it in. And bend the hook more. God damn. Oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not at all. All right, well, you know what? This has been a good night. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I needed the companionship. I was pretty low. I needed a distraction. I needed some friends, and you guys showed up. So I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to do some cleaning up, and then I'm going to try to calm down and get to sleep. So thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate it.